The next thing I began to see in this is I began to understand if you question the source of any knowledge or any thought that's being presented back to its origin, this will cause you to know the truth. It was a reflection on me on how guilty I was of this thing. Is what often happens is when we are presented with knowledge and the thoughts of others, we stop questioning before we understand the origin or the source of what's being said. And I began to realize sometimes the truth is that which is being presented as knowledge or fact actually has no proof. It's just men trying to appear intelligent, using a bunch of big words. And being lazy, we sometimes just accept what's being said based on how it sounds, not based on understanding the source or the origin of that knowledge that's being presented to us. And I began to see how dangerous that actually is. So the next thing that came to me was a thought, and I labeled this in my writing as thought number 1. And I began to say to myself, knowledge must have a source. Knowledge must have a source. And what I begin to see is I'm not talking about like a particular scientific discovery like gravity, although gravity must have a source. But what I'm saying, science itself, this ability to know, knowledge has to have a source. It has to have an origin or a truth as to how knowledge became. How did knowledge become? Where did man get the ability to perceive knowledge is nowhere. This blew up in my spirit, and again, all of these thoughts were illuminating in me in such a way that I understood that the Lord was giving me another way of searching and finding the truth.